And people, we are back. We are back. We are back. Spies, lies, and allies. The Challenge 37 season is here, and we are back right now as well. I am your host, or your co-host, that is, the best in the world, Mike Knoxxx. That's right, your tribal chief, the voice of the voice for the voiceless. And I am joined by the tribal queen herself, Captain Shaykespeare. How you doing, lady?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Went camping last weekend. My
Ah,
I was a wee pup, if you will, so to speak. So it was actually pretty good. It was actually I had a good time. Actually had a good time. How has been your day?
boring. Enjoying my day off.
Good. You know what? Today I was not off, but I'm here for this. So a lot to talk about. And can I just start off where I want to start off at? And of course, I was not here last week. So Josh, yet again, proves to me why I cannot stand this nincompoop, why I
Not
cannot stand who he is as a person. I don't like him at all. He's dirty, he's trifling, and he works off emotions. And
yes.
yes, Nelson is full of emotions, which is why I'm not a big Nelson fan.
Yeah.
Never once proclaimed to be a Nelson fan. Matter of fact, I don't like Nelson either. But you know what? I got more respect for him as a man than I have for Josh,
Yeah.
from one man to another. Captain Shaykespeare, your take on tonight's episode and seeing Corey go home.
Um, this was a pretty. I don't know. I feel like the Ruby men. They were all getting on my nerves because it was just they. They were just stressing me out. So I couldn't even. I was just annoyed with the episode. I just Corey. I'm shocked. I'm very shocked. But
Talks all that jazz.
I know he had a whole speech. It's the worst. Um, but I just think his head wasn't in it. I really don't think his head was in it this season, personally.
It didn't seem like the Corey of before. You know what? At this point, it's his ninth season. I think Corey's pressing.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. And my guy, who I'm a fan of, Devin, who I know you don't like too well, is just skating by. He's just the way he was talking about the elimination. It's an elimination of will and determination and balance. I'm sitting in my head saying, and I was hoping he was going to say in the confessional all the things I can't do, right? But it didn't go that far. Maybe it's in an uncut scene, but I think that if he'd have said that, they'd actually played it. I thought Corey played a good game tonight anyway. I thought that them getting on Amanda, who I'm not a fan of as well, wouldn't have mattered. And I did hear at one point someone tell her just to stay out the way. And so she did that.
Yes,
So her
that was so annoying to me. You can't tell someone don't do anything because you're gonna mess it up, and then when they don't do anything, you're like, why didn't you do anything?
Well, I think it wasn't the fact that she didn't do nothing necessarily. It was the fact that she stood there and was clowning them while she was doing it and clowning about the situation while she was doing it. And that's what the team didn't like. I've never liked Amanda. Matter of fact, it's only like two people left that I actually like. And that's CT and that's Devin, to be completely honest. CT, who, by the way, is starting his first feature film coming out soon with Martin Scorsese movie, I believe. So that's impressive. A remake of like some kind of 30s movie or whatever. So you got that dad bod working for him. But other than CT, who, by the way, because I wasn't here last week, Britta went home. I'm officially down to one person left, which is CT, who, and I don't like Ashley. I don't like Josh. I kind of like Logan. Okay. I kind of like Logan. It's not his fault. He's a rookie.
I can't stand him. I don't like him whatsoever.
Well, other than him kissing Josh, he's playing a good game.
No, he's playing a good game, but as a person, I just don't like him.
What? Because he manipulated Josh?
No,
Josh is
no, not that. It's just that it seems, and not even just on the show, I do notice their stuff offline. He always has issues with women, and something about men always with women really throws me off.
Yeah, I don't like that kind of thing either. So guess what? Now I have nobody I like. Okay, so there you have that. Okay, so hope you're not putting your hands on lovely ladies, and then after you did, you get some lovely lady lumps in your returns for that. So how about that? For that matter. But tonight's the event or the challenge tonight, underwater, untie the knots, and then bring up your chest. And it wasn't that hard necessarily. At least it doesn't look like it when it's 4 people at a time doing it. But the stronger team, the Emerald team, is showing that they're the stronger team because they have more players. It's just the more they are, the more there is. And
Right.
what I don't like and what I love about how they all keep thinking, oh, we're so close to the final. No, you're not. There's about
Right.
4 or 5 episodes left before we get to a final.
Right.
You know,
It's
if the final is 1 episode or even 2, it's still about 5 episodes left. So, I mean, you're close, but no cigar. In my opinion, and Tori, oh, that whore. I said it.
God,
Yes,
no.
yes. Since what's the movie? I mean, not the movie. What's the TV show? The Perfect Match. Right? That's the name of the show. Are you the one? Since you are the one, she has been linked with 7 different dudes on these TV shows alone.
Listen,
Alone.
Corey has been linked with way more.
Guess what?
Like king whore.
Unfortunately, which is not fair, and I'm saying unfortunately, the one double standard would never count is that a man is appreciated for having notches under his belt, and a woman is considered to be tainted. And yes, that's my old-fashioned way. And in today's world, yes, I'm still going to say that. Okay, I said it. So what?
The only thing I think is weird is how he looks so similar to Jordan. That's the only thing. I'm just like, he looks so much like Jordan. Like from the last season, Jordan was on.
Yes, that's another thing. And how can you how? That was your fiance. Not her fiance, her fiance. That was your fiance. And now you go sit there and say you were fixing the shower. We seen you walk back there. It may have been it was definitely a quickie. Definitely got a quickie involved. Okay. And it looks just like Jordan, except he has 2 hands. Okay. No, I'm not making fun of Jordan as one hand. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real, Shay. But she's a whore. Okay. I said it. Tori's a whore. Nani's a whore. Okay. Nani's a whore. Josh is stupid. Amy's stupid. Okay. Now, I don't like Logan out. Nelson plays to his emotions. Every time he loses, why always got to argue with a female?
All the time. And then he apologizes at the deliberation. That's his favorite thing. He does something and then he apologizes right before the voting starts. So it's fresh on people's minds. So they don't vote him in.
Your thoughts on how the votes went? Because I do think Curry had a legitimate right to be upset. It was not a hard decision. It was not a hard decision. So it also lets me to believe it was that team of 6 in Emerald. Okay, you have 4 females,
right?
Okay, and two males, Josh and Devin.
Oh, don't forget Emmanuel too.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, my bad. I apologize. It's okay. But he's not going to vote a rookie, right? He did what he's supposed to do. He's a rookie that came in and he's playing the game the right way, right? So I think the women swayed this vote quiet as kept. It wasn't Josh's swinging vote, although I like it to be Josh. He was the one that I don't know if you noticed that you can actually tell that he actually voted for for Corey. You're right. Because normally kind of the way they edit it, you can't really tell who votes for who. But if you take a quick glance, I said, oh, he actually voted for Corey to go in there. So Corey goes down, not the rookie Logan. Logan goes into the elimination. And I mean, let's just be honest here. He shined. Now, I was disappointed in the finals as well. In the elimination, Captain Shaykespeare. I really thought we were going to get the roly thunderball from like the Gladiator days, and we've seen this before, just never in a final, right? In a group of people.
Boring. It was really boring and stupid. Oh, look, you light the rope on fire. Stupid.
And it wasn't even on fire after like 40 seconds.
Right. It's so dumb.
I'm looking so forward to the Challenge All-Stars too.
Oh, I'm super excited
right now, honestly, because this is not been a good season to me. I'm not impressed. And again, maybe it's the factor of there's no one on here I like. There is no one left on here that I like. I like probably Kyle's my second favorite. I don't even like Kyle. So there you have it.
I can't see Kyle, those big old teeth.
You do want to just punch him in his veneers, right? Take his teeth, right? And give them to your boy, Damian Priest, because his teeth are so yellow, right?
Once he gets his teeth fixed, it's over. I'm telling you, Damian is going to be catapulted. I'm sorry, this is not wrestling.
I'm sorry. I was just talking about his yellow teeth, though. So help me God, he had yellow eyes. No, so help me God, Damian Priest has yellow teeth. So Corey's white veneers can go right in his mouth. And then, but other than that, but Corey, CT, the ladies, Amanda. I forgot somebody, but here it comes. Ashley. Oh, her floating device is Ashley. She takes $1 million and buys some boobs. Hey,
Nah,
I mean, I can't knock it. I mean, if she didn't need to pay bills or student loans or help anybody out for real, then I maybe understand that. But she bought floating devices with it. There you go.
Hey, hi Mikey, how are you?
Always, 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 always out there taking pictures everywhere. Just taking, just taking. But your take on this episode, because I just sat here and just was like, Corey, he was right. Should have been Logan. Wasn't that hard, but he laid a goose egg. I was not impressed in that final. He looked at like what they say, shit in your hand. He definitely shit in his hand during this challenge.
He definitely did. I didn't like the elimination. It was super boring. Of all that, they've had such good eliminations. I'm like, why this? Why this? Really weird. In terms of the episode as a whole, I'm just over the Emerald team. I actually think the Emerald team is really obnoxious.
A little. They're downright fucking annoying.
I know you don't like Ashley, but I kind of agree with what she said. Josh and Devin act like they've never been on a winning team.
That's true. Well, listen, I don't like Ashley. Never said she didn't speak the facts. Now there's drunk Ashley. Ashley has 3 personalities. And you know this. You know that I'm right. And let me rephrase that. She has 3 personalities that we see. Right? There's drunk Ashley. Matter of fact, I'm a walking contradiction. There's 4. There's drunk Ashley. There's arrogant Ashley.
Yes.
Right? There's the one she's real. She's really real. She's just she's bluntly upfront. And then there's Ashley that is just delusional, like when it comes to men. Just delusional. I seen her on that show. By the way, she liked the dark meat too. I'm just like Tori. Huh? I'm sorry, Miss Jessica Jones. What did you say?
I'm crying. It was funny.
So
I'm crying. What? Oh my goodness.
Who the heck is Mike Knoxxx? Knoxxx? What's this? I'm old, so when I see Knoxxx Landing, when I see that kind of Knoxxx spelled that way, okay. I'm aging myself. It's Knoxxx. It's on the screen there, Mikey.
It is. It's true. It's 3.
It's right there.
True. I see it.
I mean,
2 eyes.
It's because I'm hardcore, because I watched the challenge at General Hospital, and still the harder they fall. Okay, best Netflix movie of all time, by the way. Pushing out Army of the Dead down to number 2 as the best Netflix movies. I waited for it. I saw the trailer, and I said, from the trailer, I said, babe, it's going to be Netflix's best movie. Okay. So I think it's a great, great movie. But back to the challenge spots. Even TJ seems bored this year.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, definitely. It just seems turned down. This is why this is their lowest rated season. It's nothing. Like, I miss the old. They need to not put as many rookies next season. It needs more established people. We watch it because we want to see our favorites. We don't want to. Obviously, you're not going to get the reaction you want if you're always bringing in new people after new people. I don't know these people.
Right.
These are the people I want to see.
Well, you kind of knew them. We talked about it in the early episode. I said, well, who the hell is this? What was that one guy from Santa something?
Love Island. Yeah.
Love Island. You got who's next? The people from the Circle? I mean, I'm just saying.
Ed. Yeah, I watch a lot of reality shows.
I watch a lot of Ratchet TV.
Me too.
Put some people on here from Love After Lockup. Then I'll be interested. Okay.
I don't want to see that. I'll be scared. I don't know.
That girl came home to that black dude with his eyes talking about I can't be touched right now, and went right to a woman.
I'm crying. No, that was so sad. I felt bad for him.
Well, I don't, because he's a dummy.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Guys today, guys have always been stupid. Okay. I watched this one girl on stream that actually stopped following because I'm starting to be a streamer in the gaming world. And literally, she will sit there and eat pizza and say, oh my God, guys, she played Animal Crossing. She said, I'm so hungry. Ding, 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 ding. Dude, just start spending her money. She's sitting there in a candy. Literally, just a candy. I'm not saying she's not a nice looking girl, but I mean, she's just in a candy. And I just don't get it. Dudes would do anything for the thought of someone liking them. Makes no sense to me. So, hey, Rock out, ladies. Rock out, guys. If they're gonna pay for it, let them keep doing it. That's all I'm saying. He did it again.
Oh goodness. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you did it. I didn't know you was there. Hey.
Hey. I don't know why I said it so loud, but like, I'm just happy
It's
to see
okay.
it.
Okay. You're coming out of the Jessica Jones phase from Halloween. Okay. So you're coming out of that phase, which by the way, I have to watch that show. Never watched it.
So you really should.
You know why I couldn't watch it?
What?
You have method actors.
Okay.
I'm a method TV watcher.
Okay, explain this.
If I see you play a role, that's all I can see when you play that role really well. I hated Matt Damon for about 15 years because of the way he played a bigot in School Ties. Remember that movie with Brendan Fraser and them?
I've never seen that movie, but that's so funny though.
So all right, you ever see the movie Low Down Dirty Shame with Jada Pinkett and all them back in the day? It was a Keenan Ivory Wayans movie.
Okay, yeah.
And she punched the guy who was a soap opera guy. Like, that's me. I would see somebody and go, like, hey, that's Todd Manning will always be Todd Manning to me. So when I see Jessica Jones, all I think about is, to me, one of the greatest comedies of all time, top 15 for sure, is She's Out of Your League.
Oh.
And her saying, go shit in your hand to Stainer. Like, that's all I see when I see her as this comedic actress. So when I see her play this role that everybody, I've had people tell me, don't watch it for two reasons. If you don't like the show, watch it for the villain, right? The kingpin. And then I hear freak dudes, again, nasty dudes, watch it for when Luke Cage give her the business. That alone. That's the stuff that people tell me. So I don't hear like, oh, the show is really good. I hear the villain's good or this sex scene was good. Like, sex doesn't move me. You know what I mean? It just doesn't.
I get that.
Do you watch The Masked Singer? I have never watched it. I heard it was very good, so I will not, I won't diss it, but I just haven't. I got past the TV show appeal of like reality singing TV shows for me. Like my wife watches the Voice. I mean, heavily. Like she'll wait till it goes off and then binge watch it.
I just got into that now. That's like I haven't ever watched The Voice. I just started this year.
Yeah, she just sits there and binge watches it. I'm like, what did anybody say? Honestly, the challenge sounds more complicated than cooking on Hell's Kitchen. Well, Hell's Kitchen probably has some. The challenge normally is good, and it's normally competitive. Another thing I was explaining when I was watching the show, Shay, is I'm tired of like they're pampered right now. I looked at they were cooking, right, and they were barbecuing. I'm like, they gave them a private bar, food. The challenges is always better when they're starving. And they're fighting for food. That's sort of the bet, but it's a little bit of Survivor mixed in it. If you're not going to keep the original, which was the Real World versus Real Rule Challenge going on, and they've grown from there. They became more of a Survivor kind of MTV challenge kind of a show. It's really what it's become. Now it's become more of a Big Brother kind of a show where they're not the challenge is like it's like if you watch The Walking Dead, the zombies are the backdrop of the show, right? Yeah. Now the event is the backdrop of the show. Now it's all about political things and how you play the game. And that's why Josh's punk ass, if I ever seen him in real life, will tell him he's a punk ass. I would, Shay. I would.
I believe it. Trust me. I'm not a big fan of Josh. He's like too emotional. And then
I get so emotional, baby. I'm sorry. I just felt like singing that when you said emotions that time. Wow. Really? It's okay. So funny.
So, what is going on? Yeah.
Yes. Agreed. Right there. You see the Patreon?
I'm trying to get my finger to laugh.
You know what? And I have one too. How about that? Oh. Mike Knoxxx has a Patreon. Just saying.
Me.
And I got a GoFundMe for my cable bill. And thank you, Charmaine. I appreciate it. It is Chalk Line November, by the way. So I'm on day 3. So on my Instagram, check out the Instagram page as well. But Shay, this show today, I just don't. I don't know where to even begin and how I don't like anybody, and I'm watching it just to. It's a form of. It's why I watch Raw. It's just is it really good.
It's just kind of like embedded
What's
in your
on? It comes on. I see the commercial. I gotta watch it. There's, and I said this last season when we were talking before we even began this show about how we, and what you just mentioned, we need to have the people that we like. It's no Bananas, no Wes, no Zach. You got some of the other veterans that have been competing repeatedly now on the All-Star show. Right. So,
and there's more. Season 3, it's gonna look like a regular challenge. It really is.
Wow.
And
you did say you would have had.
Yeah, they're all running over there because the main show is no longer the main show. People care more about Paramount because they're doing what they should be doing.
I have Paramount.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. I actually have every app, which is the weirdest thing in the world. My brother, one of my best friends, I call my brother, we had an argument. We had a fight, rather, not a fight, but like a debate about cable TV will die. And I told him, I said, cable TV will never die.
Really?
He said, no. He said, give me 10 years. I said, I tell you, I guarantee you. You know why? Cable will never die? Because you can have Paramount, you can have Hulu, you can have Netflix, you can have, set apps, right? You can buy YouTube TV, whatever. And traditional TV is not as strong as it used to be. But if you have cable, you already have access to all those things anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
You already have access to those things. You don't need to have a DVR. That was always that's like the devil's trick to let you know anything exists. Why would you pay for DVR when you have on demand? Makes no sense. Everything comes on demand, but you're paying for a DVR service. You're paying for Hulu. What is other than Hulu originals? It's nothing but repeat TV that comes on TV that you miss if it didn't come on TV or you didn't have a DVR. Or you're not smart enough to remember you have on demand if you already have cable. So it all works itself out in the end. But I need to see Johnny Bananas. I need to see the Miz. I know the Miz on Dance with the Stars, which I vote for him.
He got eliminated.
He got eliminated?
Yeah, he just did this week.
His outfits were goated.
No, he did a really good job, but I think he said he went up against JoJo Siwa, and she's very popular, so it's
kind of. Well, that's what happens. No, Banana is not there. Johnny Bananas is not on the show. And did you know that Leroy is a barber?
Yeah, he opened up a shop in Vegas.
Yeah, that's pretty weird. He's still with Killer Cam. Okay, I like Cam. But I just figured, is it me or that's like it's better than being a garbage man not necessarily because, and I'm not making fun of garbage man, okay? Because The Rock showed us the real Rock. Now there's The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and there's The Rock, okay? Who choked out a drug dealer to me bringing them drugs in my neighborhood, Rock, okay? Charles Dutton, okay? Trash men make a really good living. And think about it. They're at work at 5 a.m., but they're off by 12 too, okay? And they work every day. They have holidays off, okay? Other than stinking, it's got to be a great job. Right? Other than it stinking, you ride on the back of a truck now, and a lot of these guys have machines that come move them for them. Okay, so which one was better for Leroy? Still being a truck driver, a junk man, or a barber who no one knows, and it's one man shop. It's not like he's in a barber shop. He's opened up his own barber shop with just him in a building.
That's a lot of work.
Have you followed him on Instagram and watched some of the stories? I came across it because he was on Johnny Bananas' podcast. And I clicked on, I was like, oh, he has his own barbershop. And I clicked on it, I'm looking, he has these things about how he was bored. I'm sorry, Leroy.
I don't know.
Like, if you want a barbershop, I don't know nothing about these kind of things. I'm just saying, I would think we open your barbershop on the outside somewhere where people can come in and have more barbers in your barbershop than just you. And it wouldn't be on the second floor of like a suite where like, oh, your barbershop is in, your address is like 999 Mayberry Avenue, Suite 72. Like, come on, Leroy. I thought you were smarter than that. I love you, my guy. Come on. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to dish your barbershop. I don't have my own barbershop. So what do I know about that kind of stuff? Damn, the Miz is gone. I agree. What you say? Did you watch the Miz when he was on the Real World?
Yes, I love it. Him and Coral, like that was my people. Like
I hated him.
Well, I mean,
I hated him. I hated him on the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought he was making fun of wrestling.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that. I thought you meant like his views.
No, him and Wes and that Midwestern, I won't call it racism. It's just not knowing what happens in other people's lives, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Right. Because there's a difference between someone who's being racist and someone who just doesn't know. and
Yeah,
someone
no,
who was blind to what's actually going on. I think he was just,
bro,
kept
that's why
abreast of what
perfect for Coral because she taught him so much.
so much. It's right there. So, but a lot of the things aren't on Paramount. You know what I mean? And I think that's one of the seasons that's not on there. Another thing that's not on there is the Roro challenges, all of them, because my wife had to go try to find them. They're not on there on Paramount. But this episode, and next week it gets even heater and hotter again. Another thing, Big T, I'm not liking you no more either, Big T. I think Big T, something about this episode when she dropped the donut makes me think that Big T is token.
What?
Yeah. Big T seemed very tokenish to me when she it's something about this. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, I said it. I'm say I'm just keeping it real. Okay.
I just something because it was like the explanation. I'm like, because of the donuts. No,
it wasn't just because of the donuts. It was just how she acted towards like, like, like even when she was with the guy and she kissed and then how she, I like no one on this season but CT. And I watch for CT. And if CT goes home, it's going to be a hard show to do. I'm going to come in here like this. Have a nice day. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. But I did love tonight's episode because, like I said, Corey talked all that junk and laid an egg. And I should have known when I saw pictures of him in Disneyland and stuff, right, that he lost. Because I'm thinking if anybody who has money, they don't go to Disneyland. They go to Disney World. Just say, you don't go to Disneyland on purpose. Okay. I live in Orlando. I know these things. Okay. Okay. We're the number one travel destination in the country is Orlando because of Disney World and Universal Studios. Okay. And mainly because of Disney World. Universal Studios in Florida only exists because of Disney World. Okay. And yes, some people will say, including myself, that Universal Studios is probably better than Disney World because I'm not a child. I'm not obsessed with Disney. But Disney has fans like World of Warcraft and potheads and wrestling fans. They're just not going anywhere. They're not going
anywhere. That's definitely true.
So that's when I knew Corey had lost when I saw him, in Disneyland, to be honest. So, but Corey's gone. Nelson's left. Shit, I might be rooting for Nelson just because I can sing that part from one of my favorite movies of all time, Leave It On. And Myra's on stage, and she's like, "Come on, Myra, we gotta go." Remember that part, Jenna Davis? She was like, "I'm singing to Nelson." Ain't I Nelson? that's why I love that part of the movie. Yeah. He said, "Ooh, keep an outfit. We play a lot of night games." You know that movie. You know I'm talking about right now. I'm sick of the Nelson. But with that being said, Shay, your final thoughts on tonight's episode and your thoughts for next week.
I wasn't that into the episode. It was kind of like whatever. It was funny to see Corey get what he got after all that smack talk. The best thing about this episode was that I didn't have to hear Emmy talk that much.
Except that confessional. When she was like,
"Don't remind me.
You're not going for him, and you better be better than this because I thought she was a rapper, mumble rapper. She was. I just thought she talked. So, yabba dabba do and oop op or ah. That means I love you in case you didn't know that, Emmy. Okay. But next week, we'll be back to challenge Spies, Lies, and Allies. It's women's elimination. And so I get the hope that one of them.
Yeah, I feel like if there's going to be anyone specific, if I could put out 3 names who are in danger, Big T, Amanda, or Ashley. Yeah.
Amy's still a rookie. Amanda sucks.
Nah.
And Ashley doesn't have any friends. So yeah, that's about it. Well, that's why you're the queen, the tribal queen, that is. Captain Shaykespeare. Listen, it's been fun. It's been a pleasure. I've missed a couple episodes, but I am back for the remainder of the season. So I thank you. I thank you, most importantly, Queen, for holding it down for us while in my absence. I appreciate you very, very, very much. And no, Mikey, we're not playing your clip. I'm not putting your clip up there. So how about that? Okay, not going to put it up there. So in those words, we are out of here. And as I say on every show I'm a part of, do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me and don't love God. That's crazy, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace. We're out of here. Fingers.